Hello and welcome to Lord Fat Gaming Plays Ultima V Warriors of Destiny PC version. I am your host Lord Fen. In this first part of Ultima V Warriors of Destiny, we're going to go ahead and start out, transfer our character from Ultima 4 and how to actually get into the game. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more classic and modern games like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be updated and more. The game version I'm playing is the PC version, which was released, if I remember correctly, in March of 1988. That's right, that year. Now, my history with Ultima V was not very pleasant. Not because of the PC version. I played the NES version, which was released, of course, in 1993, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the NES version was horrible. And yeah, it scared me to actually play the PC version for the longest time until very recently, as you see before you. And let me tell you, I'm amazed on how much this game already improved. You can already see characters sitting down, laying down in bed, and such like that. So let me go ahead and quickly go over also what patch I'm using. I am using Pix's Ultima Patcher. Reason why I'm doing this is because if you did it without that, you have major issues with the good old game version transferring your character in the game, unfortunately. So that is why I'm using that patch to resolve the issues. So with the introductions and my history out of the way, let's go ahead and view the story. Real quick before I start the story part, Pix's Ultima Patcher also added the music which the PC version didn't have. So here's the story. The summoning. From nowhere, smoky wisps of cloud began to form in the clear moonlight sky. Oh, that's just great. In a few short moments, the sky is filled with dark, ominous clouds that completely block the moon's pale light. Your bedroom is bathed in quiet darkness as you lie sleeping lightly. Yeah, I'm sleeping about a clown saying, have you danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yeah, that is total nightmare stuff. And with this now, that's double it. Okay. I'm using the arrow keys to advance the story. This is what's great about this game. You can advance the story when you're reading cutscenes like this at the start. That's a huge plus for me. Anyways, I'm just giving everybody a few time to check that out. Something rouses you and your eyes open sleepily to be met by a soft blue glowing reflecting from the wall. Slowly you turn your head until you can see the source of the light. You take a quick breath as you see the light is emanating from a shimmering circle suspended over your bed. I just released the forces of evil. I'm very sorry. As you look at the light, a darkening begins to appear in its center. The darkening gradually materializes in a form you suddenly recognize as a symbol of the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. The last time you saw such as this is beyond the circle of stones in the nearby woods. That's just great. That prior occasion marked the quest that forever changed your life, changed the course of your life. Oh yeah, that circle was great in Ultima 4. That's all I'm going to say. Play the game. I am dead serious. You stare as the light begins to diminish and finally winks out. Something falls softly onto the bed. Alright, free loot! Reaching out, you turn on the light at your bedside. There's lying before you is an amulet. You hesitantly reach for it, gripping it tightly in your hand. Your finger automatically traces over it, familiar etchings on its surface. Finally, a sign from Botane. It has to be. It could be nothing. Oh boy, that is good news or bad news. Still, I got free loot. This amulet is cool. Look at that. It has the 8 lines and the 3 circles. Jumping from the bed, you hastily put on some clothes. With a few long strides, you cross the room to stand before a glass case sitting on the shelf. You visually beneath the glass case resting upon a velvet clock is the Ankh. Oh wow, that came to this world. Cool. Symbol of your avatarhood. Reverently, you open the glass case and remove it. If what you think is happening is truly happening, then you may have need of this. Oh yeah, you're going to need that. You open the door of your bedroom and step out hesitantly. One hand on the door, you look backwards wondering if you will ever return. Hopefully I do. Shaking your head of these thoughts, you pull the door closed and leave the house. I better lock that house or all my good stuff is gone. Seriously, I better. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that is really nice. I'm going to get to the next part hopefully. Let's see when the next cutscene is. There we go. With the aid of an occasional moonbeam piercing the dark cloud cover, you head for a circle of stone near the willow tree in the nearby woods. Strange shadows cast by the moonlight filter down through the treetops as though of the past race through your mind. Yeah, I'm thinking about Ultima 1 through 4, definitely. Your attention is returned to the present as you see just ahead of you the circle of stones. Man, I miss my Dwarven Paladin from 3. Often had you come here and sat for hours at a time, hoping to once again see the shimmering blue door that would allow you to return to Britannia to those whose friendship have come to mean so much, but never had the blue door reopen. Less frequently you came until you finally, sadly, you gave up altogether. Yeah, my friends was Julia, Jana, Mariah, maybe Iolo, Shimino definitely, Dupree, and the other 2 rejects. We're not going to name. Hint, hint. The warrior / fighter and shepherd. Yeah. Recruit those last in Ultima 4. Okay. Here's the next one. With renewed hope, you stand before the circle of stones, the Ankh in one hand and the amulet in the other. Alright, I'm ready for battle. Minutes slip by and nothing happens. Impatience turns to anxiety. The gate must open. The mystical arrival of the amulet could mean nothing else. Long do you stand there until the amulet slips from your grip and falls within the circle of stone. I feel like that kid with the blanket in the Charlie Brown special at this point. While you stare directly at the amulet lying within the circle, you notice a blue shimmering in the air above the amulet. Looking down at the Ankh in your hand, you see it also enveloped in a soft blue light. Carefully, you place the glowing amp beside the amulet. Alright, I guess I forgot to do step 1 and 2. That is my fault, totally. Actually, it's the avatar in this game. But seriously, it's my fault. No, I'll change my mind. So I'll let this go on, hopefully. There we go. Instantly, a shimmeringly blue door springs up. With heart beating rapidly, you step into it. If I step into a PK site on Ultima Online, I'm blaming this moon gate here. But seriously, it'll advance the plot. But that is really cool back in the day. Look at that. The arrival. Your senses are jerked from their momentary disorientation by a blinding streak of lightning that strikes with a thunderous clap not more than 100 feet from you. Oh man, if that's some druid's ready to strike and attack me, yeah, that druid's gonna win. The music term ominous, I will admit that is really nice. Yeah, Pix's Ultima Patcher is great. Anyway, here's more. You're standing in a clearing surrounded by a dark and forbidding forest. Overhead, rolling black clouds fill the sky while thunder and lightning continue to crash around you. Britannia, it must be Britannia, but something is wrong. Instead, all the senses elevate, expected upon returning here after all these years, you're overcome with a forbidding sense of wrongness. Okay, who let the gremlins out from wrong? I want answers. That's right. Which one of you fools in Britannia did that? Let's see what's going on next. This is more ominous, just like the Ravenloft game in the Masterpiece Edition many moons ago. My friend shouts someone from behind. A familiar voice from the past causes you to whirl about. Racing towards you is Shimino, someone you thought you might never see again. Thank goodness I see you. You're a ranger. Where's your bow at? Strongly grasping your hand, he explains, we are afraid that something would fail. Tis nigh impossible to use any magic without invoking intervention from Blackthorn. Okay, that sounds like he's a bad guy. Let us not tarry, for the summoning has surely not gone unnoticed. Oh yeah, watch out for druids. They're doing call lightning. Seriously, don't stand in one place, Shimino. Trusting your friend's judgment, you hold your many questions until a safer time. Hastily, you retrieve the amulet and ankh that lie at your feet, but before you can move, the very darkness about you begins to swirl and change. 3 shapes begin to materialize in murky gloom. Shadow Lord, hisses Shimino. Though clenched teeth, quickly he draws his sword and moves between you and the barely discernible of shapes. Oh yeah, they are not 3 sackboys in hoods. No, they are Shadow Lords. You don't mess with them, especially in the NES edition of Ultima V, until you're prepared, but still, whoa. This is going to get worse. The foremost apparition traces apparent in the air with a wispy forefinger. An ebony black arrow solidifies before it and hangs suspends for a moment. Then with a flick of its hand, the Shadow Lord casts a glowing bolt at Shimino. The arrow strikes him full in the chest, dropping his sword. He sinks to the ground, lines of pain and something worse etched in his face. Oh man, Shimino just got PK'd by one of the Shadow Lords. This is like Ultima Online all over again. But man, look at that. That is really cool. I mean, seriously. I kind of wish the NES version really had that. But still, wow. Glad I'm playing the PC version. The dark forms close in around you at your feet. Shimino's body convulses in pain, but not a sound escapes his lips. Without warning, the amulet tightly gripped in your hand emits a bright blue glow. Thank you for the amulet. Upon seeing the amulet, the Shadow Lord shrinks back. The wispy shadows start to swirl and fade back into the inky darkness from whence they came. Oh man, I am glad I have that amulet. That is like a weapon. I had a feeling it was a good weapon, but I have a feeling it will not last though for long. Okay, here's the next cutscene. It's a fun one. Shimino lies upon the ground, body twisted in agony, the dark arrow protruding from his chest. Yeah, he definitely got PK'd. A normal arrow could not cause such pain. It must be the evil enchantment with which it was created. Realizing it must be removed, you jerk the arrow from Shimino's body and hurled it all your might. I'm throwing towards Buxton. The air about the arrow crackles as it flies into the darkness. Shimino's body relaxes. Inspecting the bloody wound, you notice the story began to fester from the foulness which the bolt was conjured. We will find aid at Iolo's. It will be but a short walk to the east, Shimino mutters. With a grim determination, you help Shimino to his feet and half carry him out of the clearing and eastward through the forest. Oh man, I bet you it was magic arrow, but really, Shadow Lords you do not mess with. I'll explain about that more later on in the, I should say, walkthrough when we do have to contend with them. Oh man, this is like getting real grim here. Okay, if I remember right, I'm not gonna spoil it, but still, Shimino definitely got PK'd. The story. Within a short time, the soothing sound of a lute begins to masterfully play, can be heard through the forest ahead. Now the music changed for the better. Rounding a bend in the path, you see a dim light emanating from a small hut nestled among the trees. Approaching the hut, you loosen an arm from around Shimino and knock on the heavy wooden door. The lute playing stops abruptly to be replaced by a muffled clench of metal. Hey dude, we got an injured friend here. Let us in. Who goes there? Demands a familiar voice from within. Leaning weirdly against you, Shimino mutters, "Open the door, thou son of a goat, before I donate all my blood to decorate thy doorstep." Oh man, Shimino has some good words against Iolo. I think that's who it is. Or some Ewok in there. If it's an Ewok or a Jawa, we're going to kick its butt. If it's Iolo, that is great. So let's see what's next, shall we? Okay, there we go. The door jerks open to reveal the familiar form of Iolo standing framed within the doorway. Reaching out to help Shimino, Iolo turns to you with a grimace. My friend, throw out a sight for sore eyes. I see that Shimino, as usual, has been unable to stay out of trouble. Yeah, he just got PK, dude. His casual remarks cannot mask his deep concern as he helps Shimino to a bed and carefully tend to his wound. Good. Heal him or something. After seeing to Shimino, Iolo fills 2 mugs with a foaming broth and beckons you to a coarse wooden table next to the warm hearth. Oh, cool, butterbeer! It's good to see thee after these many long years, my friend. It seems the summoning did not go unnoticed. From the look of Shimino's wounds, I say dost thou now know of the Shadow Lords. Yeah, they're dangerous PKs, dude. I will say real quick, Pixis Patcher is great on the music. Bringing the PC version to have that. You recount to Iolo the events of your arrival, your patience giving out, a flood of questions erupt from you. What the hell happened since I was gone? Slowly, my friend Iolo smiles. Make thyself at ease, and I will tell thee of the bitter events that have brought us to these dark times. Long after departure, Lord British and most prominent wizards of Britannia gathered at his castle and called a meeting of the Great Council. That's just great. We'll blame them. Among the acts of the council was the sealing of the dungeons that lie beneath Britannia's hopes of entombing the foul descendants that dwell within. Some of the creatures still manage to escape, but their eyes are accustomed to the light. They rarely roam the countryside at day, but wary must be to travel by night. Yeah, just like Dragon Quest III. Travel at night, tougher foes. Travel in the day, that is alright. Still, I'm blaming the council and Lord British for part of the trouble. Well, still, the story's getting good. Another act of the Great Council, and by far the most difficult, was to raise the Codex from the depths of the abyss. Bad idea, dude. The influx of the combined magical powers of the Great Council disrupted the very bowels of Britannia. Where once was the abyss, now stands amidst a mountain created from the molten lava that spews forth. Oh, that's just great. Unbeknownst to the council, our new and glorious mountain left an ominous void over which all of Britannia rests. Some speculate that the dungeons may reach into this underground void at their deepest levels. It is believed that the underworld has become a vast breeding ground for creatures who have grown into horrors far worse than their original forms. This is what happens when you take the codex out of its place. You just not only level up the area, but the monsters too. Congratulations. A band of adventurers chance upon a tomb beneath the river that flows through the spirit wood where one of these caverns collapsed. Opening a passage to the underworld, they return weary and bewildered with tales of creatures that mount the dark air and others that shake the ground. Lord British was intrigued by these tales and gathered an entourage of Star Wars fighters to accompany him into the underworld, but his party was overwhelmed by the tremendous number and power of these creatures, though they fought valiantly. Yeah, Lord British brought a whole bunch of newbies with only 2 or 3 veterans. Yeah, party selection, blame it on that. Panic erupted through Britannia when the sole survivor of this expedition returned with a small parchment upon which was recorded the dread tale of their journey. Lilo pauses momentarily as he reflects upon these dark thoughts. I bet Shimino was the one with the note, or you, Lolo, or a noob who got lucky and just ran the other way. But man, I'm blaming Lord British for this, 100% for party selection. Oh, by the way, the short version without Iolo telling you all this was in the, when you start the game, you just hit the return to view. It's there. I'll explain it a little bit more better when we get to it. Blackthorn, a trusted but ambitious subject, took over the ruling Britannia to calm the ensuing chaos. This we accepted until the Shadow Lords appeared. They corrupted Blackthorn in some manner, unbeknownst to us, and Blackthorn's reign is now one of oppression and tyranny. Ah, great, you guys just created a dictator. Through him, the meanings of the virtues have been corrupted to serve the self-righteous. Shimino, myself, and others, those has known, been declared outlaws by Blackthorn's regime, and we must talk about as common criminals. We kept distance between ourselves so we cannot be rounded up in one fell swoop. Smart move! But this cannot go on forever. Blackthorn and those hellish Shadow Lords are bleeding Britannia. Rule must be restored to Lord British if he's still alive. Dude, chances are he was with a party of newbies and he's dead. But if not, we're going to save him. Well, it looks like I have to save him again. Yep. It's just like Ultima 1, 2, and 3. Mine saving Lord British, but still saving the land too. Well, still, whoa. That's like a dictator in Britannia. I cannot wait to see how this unfolds. Here we go. The gravity of the matter compelled us to risk a meeting. We arrive at the only possible answer. Attempt to summon thee, my friend, to aid us in our quest to discover the fate of Lord British. The risk was great, for no use of strong magical power goes unnoticed by the Shadow Lords. But we must felt there was no other choice. Shaking off the gloom of his tail, a jovial glint returns Iolo's eyes. He nods in Shimino's direction and says, "But since thou art here, my friend, and hast naught else to do, I'm sure what we nursemaid this poor excuse for adventure back to some semblance of health. Then we embark upon our quest. If life still breathes within Lord British, we shall restore him as rightful ruler of Britannia." And that's what we're going to do in Ultima 3, and that is the intro story. It's pretty cool, especially with the patch, if you have the PC version and this music. So let's go to the menu real quick and talk about it. All the options. Let's go to the menu. Journey onward is continuing the game, create new characters, creating a new one. We'll get to that. Briefly touch up on it. Transfer from Ultima 4 as transfer your character from there. That's why I have the patcher, because there's an issue with the good old game version for that. Ultima 5 introduction, I should say, is what we just all saw. Acknowledgement is your credits. Return to view is the short version where you get to see the story unfold. Now, next part of the this walkthrough, we're gonna go ahead and talk about if you did the create new character. So let's look over that. Here's the deal about creating a new character in Ultima 5. It's like Ultima 4 in some ways. Now, in Ultima 4, you get 3 rounds of questions. Whatever one you pick, you get the stat of that virtue. It'll keep on going until you get to the final round, where the 2 best answers you give is the stat you do get the most. You get them each round. Now, another thing is in Ultima 4, whatever virtue you focus on, that is your class. In Ultima 5, you're already the class called the Avatar. That's right, that's the player-only class. You master the 8 virtues, you're one powerful character. In fact, you're the most OP member in the party. But anyways, I'm going to go over the virtues and the stats you do gain from the choices you make during this entire process. for each round. So if you decide to go through honesty for each of the rounds, you get 2 points in intelligence. Now for compassion, you get 2+ points in dexterity. Valor, if you go through the entire round, you get 2+ points in valor. Now as for justice, you get 1 point dex and 1 point intelligence each for each round. So basically with justice, you gain a total of 3 if you go justice all the way for 3 dex and 3 intelligence. So let's go over the last set of virtues. If you go through sacrifice for each round, so for that you gain is 1 point strength and 1 point dexterity. That's a total of 3 strength and 3 dexterity if you go all 3 rounds. Honor, that's +1 strength and +1 intelligence for each round, so that's a total of 3 strength and 3 intelligence if you go all the way. Spirituality, you get is +1 strength, +1 dex, and +1 intelligence for all for those for each round. Now if you go all 3 rounds, that's 3 in strength, dex, and intelligence. Some people might go for that to be balanced out, aka easy mode. Humility, no stat gains. Consider humility professional difficulty Resident Evil style, the harder ones. No unlimited rocket launchers, anything like that. You get no stat gains, nothing, nada, zilch. So if you want to make yourself easier, aim for dex and strength choices. Otherwise, pick whatever choice you feel that's best to your style. So let's go over the next part of this walkthrough is character transfer from Ultima 4. We're going to go ahead and transfer the character I have from the Ultima 4 walkthrough into Ultima 5. Since I'm on DOSBox, pick C. Now, if you don't see the scene or are having issues in the next part, well, get Pix's Ultima Patcher, since the Good Old Game people will tell you that. There's also another solution on the Good Old Game board. Now, this is our character from Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar. So, it's fit in a level 8 Paladin. And now we get to keep the name. If not, you change the name. You also become a female in this game too. This is now Avatar. Yes, we are. Now experience, we're going to get knocked down to from 9,999 to 999. So we're going to get de-leveled. That's the downside. So we'll be level 5. That's the upside. The max is still 8. So we have to get 3 levels and that's it. Now the new cap is not 50, it is 30. But when we come in the game, each of the 3 stats will be 25. And yet, some of the shrines will most likely give you some stats too. Leveling up, you will get random stats. This is what you want. This is the best way to actually play the game. If not, you can create the new character and do some major grinding. Anyways, let's get started. It is time to select Journey Onward. So here we go, and it's loading. Let's see. It'll take a little bit. There we go. Welcome to the world of Ultima V, Warriors of Destiny. As you see, my character is sitting down. That's one of the new animations is that. Oh, I said that probably earlier, but still, that is neat. I'm going to hit the Z key. That's your stats key. And you need to do is just select the character of the stats. So there's our strength, intelligence, and dex. HP is your current hit points. M is your hit points max. EXP is your experience points. So we're level 5. If I remember correctly, I think we're going to need a 16k or something like that. This is the arms I'm wearing while I'm equipping, chain cough, chain armor, sword, and such. This is also Shimino. His stats are there. His hit points are 5. Yeah, the Shadow Lord's almost PK'd him. Hit points max is 60. And he's level 2. And there's his leather helmet, ring mail, short sword, and a shield, small shield. Iolo the bard. Iolo, by the way, was a fighter, I think it is. Iolo is a bard. Yeah, so he's a fighter in Shimino, and the other one, Iolo, is a bard. Good health, strength, intelligence, and dex are there. His hit points is 90. His experience points is 249, level 3. That's good. His magic's 8, so yeah, that must be the penalty of the bard, why Shimino has no magic. So he's like Jeffrey in Ultima 4. But still, I'm going to have one of each class. So my max will be 4. It'll be one of each class. Iolo has leather helmet and leather armor. Main Gouch has a weapon, a small dagger or something. And short sword. So Iolo is dual wielding. Shimino is not. We'll fix that in the next video. There's the equipment. There's your food. 63. Run out of food. Eventually your hit points go down. Hit points go down. Everybody dies. Then you get reincarnated with experience penalty. There's your also gold was there, and your items like keys, torches, and gems. Here's your reagents. Briefly going over. There's your spells. We got Anox. We need a lot of those. I got 10. That is enough for now. I might make more in the future. I do not know what that 2 scroll is with a weird symbol. I'll find out in the future. 3 yellow potions. Those are healing potions. And a pocket watch. There's armaments. That's extra items. And a pocket watch is actually good. It'll tell you time. Yes, this game has time. On the top of your screen, on the upper left is the time. And if you hit the U key and then pick the potion and select the person who needs it, like for example Shimino, they get healed. So it looks like they get healed about 20-ish points, which is good. So now it's time to go ahead and hit G to get. So we're starting to borrow stuff. I don't think you could get torches. That's the downside of it. I was trying to steal a few. Yeah, still 4. Let's go ahead and get. See, it says borrowed. Be careful what you borrow, because in some areas your karma will drop. You start randomly stealing stuff. Yeah, that's not worth it. So don't get the torches laying around like that. So S to search, L to look. S is the search. It says select the player who wants to search. I'm gonna select me. In the barrel, those found nothing of note. Okay, that's good to know. L is to look too. A is to attack. Pick the direction you attack. Do not attack innocent people, because your karma would get a nice ding to it. So yeah, don't do it in this game. Besides, you're not strong enough to take on guards yet. And this game hit points are a lot more lower than the other Ultimas, so you have to be careful walking around. I'm trying to hit the S key to search. Nothing so far. I'm gonna leave the torches there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and exit. Hit O to open the door, and there we go. We're outside. So now we're gonna just wander around. Now, forests like this, the trees, yeah, it can slow you down, so do be careful. And there's your direction there, too. There's your 3 characters there. Your maximum party numbers look like it's 6 this time. I'm only going to bring 4, so this way I get more experience points. I hit Control K, that's your karma. What that does is tells your karma. Your karma's at 75. Higher the karma, stuff will be cheaper. You get more gold for selling it. And of course, you get to keep a certain amount of experience points, which is a good thing. And I just did K, which was climbing the fence. The door was locked, so I'm not going to hit J to jimmy the key. Instead, I climbed. Now for the pocket watch there. See, there's the time. It's 9:52 a.m. in the morning. So if you hit the L button, I think it was, you get to look at the well, if I remember correctly. And what it does is it'll give you options. See, it says, see a well. Drop a coin. Yes. Thy wish. Okay, let's see here. World. Okay, not peace. Peace. Yeah, world peace. Let's see what it says. No effect. Okay, that well is important. We'll deal with that later on. We'll hit S to search. Those found nothing of note. S to search here in the barrel. Those found a potion. Those see a potion. Get with G is also to get to take things. It's a white potion. I think that's protection. We're gonna hold that off on that later on and hit K to climb once again. So let me go over this while I'm searching for everything. So anyways, your party on the upper right. That's your status and your current hit points. 0 hit points is will be from G to D, means dead. P is poison. I'm not sure if there's any new statuses. Down below is your food. I mentioned before, make sure you're well fed. Otherwise, 0 hit points, everybody dies. And they get experience penalty. Yes, in Ultima 5, you get dinged like crazy if you die, depending on your karma. Low karma, you're going to take a lot of hit in your experience points by percentage. So if you have 25% karma, then you lose 75% experience points. Yeah, that's why you got to be careful doing things of your actions, like for example, don't steal, etc. However, in this game, I heard there are ways to actually benefit from stealing, and then at the same time get that karma right back up. And also, karma affects your, I think it was shop prices I mentioned before, which is buying and selling. And yeah, I think certain quests, if I remember correctly, you gotta have high karma. And there's certain ones that'll drop your karma too, so you gotta be careful. G is your across from the food is your gold. So the gold there right now he has 149. There's another well. Yeah, I think it does the same thing. Near the well, those found nothing of note. I'm gonna hit look. They'll see a well. Drop a coin. Yes, thy wish. Let's see if I say health, just like Ultima 4. Okay, no effect. Anyways, I think 4-5-139, that is the date you're currently at. So if I remember correctly, I think it's 2 to 5 years you got time or something like that. If you take too long, then the game's over. I forgot what it was, so yeah, just gotta be careful on that. I think we're done in Iolo's hut area, so let's get out of here. Here's a recap of this video after I told my history of Ultima V, the NES edition, the game's history release, and of course while I'm using Pix's Ultima Patcher. I went through the cutscene long version of the intro story, which was good. Then I briefly explained about character creation if you're going that route, and what statue game with the virtue you pick. After all that, I transferred my character from my Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar walkthrough into Ultima V Warrior of Destiny. Once that was said and done, I started out at Iolo's hut, did get myself a white potion, stole one food, and had a good time doing it. In the next Ultima V Warriors of Destiny walkthrough video, we're about to head south to the town of Britain and see what's going on there. This is it for my Ultima V Warriors of Destiny walkthrough part 1, Ultima 4 transfer and starting out video. This is Lord Fent signing out. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night, and do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more classic and modern gaming just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night, and do enjoy the Avatar. Have a good time at this tavern.